Hi, this is Ron Dzinski, and I'm the owner and operator of Beyond PTSD. This vlog is part of the Beyond PTSD channel, and it all has to do with PTSD. Anybody who's interested in finding out my views and my beliefs and experiences are welcome to go there and share with us. So anyway, I've been thinking about the newest video for today is going to be about Veterans Day and how everybody feels now that the way to celebrate it is, or to make them feel better for themselves, is to say to everybody in uniform or that hears that you've served, to say thank you for your service. For those who have been in Vietnam and have PTSD, that's been 40 some years since we got back, and to be honest with you, if there was a way that I could have avoided it, I would have. But I got drafted, so it has nothing to do with me willingly go there and do what I'm doing. But it was just a job. That's all it was, really. It's like going to work for a supermarket or a grocery store or a department store or something. You just go there every day, do what you're asked to do, and that's pretty much it. So as far as such great service to your country and all, I'm not quite sure how I fit into all of that. I received the Bronze Star for my service, but I couldn't tell you what I did specially to deserve it. So, that's basically it. So I'm not a real big fan of that automatic response. It's sort of, to me, like, how you feeling? Oh, great. I mean, are you really feeling great? Or is that just a kind of an automatic response? You hear somebody has served, oh, thank you for your service. If you really want to thank somebody for their service, try to get them home sooner. That's the way I think about it. I realize that these guys that are over there that are spending years and years and years of their time away from their family, creating potentially 30% PTSD problems for the rest of your life. I just wish there was something I could do to stop the wars and bring everybody home and say, let's mind our own business and let's stay where we are. Now, there's going to be some people that believe that we're doing something over there that, needs to be done. Personally speaking, I don't see it. But, if we were being threatened and somebody was knocking on our door like they are at Russia, like they're doing, and perhaps in this election tampering, I would say, I'd put me in uniform right now and I'd go to work. But as far as going to some hovel over in Afghanistan or Iraq, I don't know. It's a real question for me. But in any event, I just assume never hear it again. Actually, when I first came back from Vietnam, was like the absolute opposite of that. I remember the first day that I got home and I was so excited about being able to go out as a civilian and go to one of my favorite haunts before I left for the military. And ran into a guy that I used to run around with. He and I were good friends, and we'd go out double date, go to clubs together, go out to dinner together, go to lunch together afterwards or whatever it was. And he said, hey, Ron, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I said, yeah, well, I just came back from Vietnam. I was away for a year. Oh, turned around and walked away. So it was hilarious. At the time I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. And it got to the point where I could see people would avoid me when they knew that I was going to come home and talk about, some of my feelings and what I was going through. So I just put it aside. I didn't want anybody to even know. Even now when people ask me, I try to, sanitize anything that I say to them because I know they really don't want to hear any woe and terrible things, or be reminded of the fact that we have people over there now fighting the same battle, and, to try to, get, I don't know what this is all about. But certainly I think it would be better for these kids to be earning a living and, and something other than war. And people say, well, why do they re-up if that's such a terrible thing? It's war so terrible. Well, for me it is, because, I remember being somebody different when I went there and what I feel like now. And I know certainly would never, ever dream of re-upping, nor did I want my son to go. So to me, it's a question everybody has to, and I have nothing about somebody trying to come in, and attack us personally, I would be the first to be in line to stand and defend. But as far as, some of these, misguided or at least questionable choices of going to just fight in somebody else's country, and I've talked to about people about this before. It's, we don't belong there. They don't want us there. I don't know how much they think we are doing good there. And the problem is you who go over there think that you're doing such a good job, and the only thing you're doing is ticking them off. And it gives you a different sense of reality. These people are people, and they get up every morning and have their families to take care of, and have to earn a living, and go through life as best they can. And here we are trying to tell them what they should and shouldn't do. And I don't know how I would take that if it were me on the reverse of that. So in any event, as far as Veterans Day, all it does for me is remind me of how much I hated being in the military and how it's affected the rest of my life. So to me, it's questionable how great and how effective that particular thing is. So I hate to be such a downer about it. I wish I had all kinds of great things to say about how much I gained from the experience. But personally speaking, the only thing I gained from this experience was the fact that I have an additional burden to bear, which is the PTSD. So I got, in my mind, not a great deal from that experience. And I just assumed to have skipped it. Be honest with you, I wish it would have been just something different. So anyway, those people who feel like we're doing such a good thing over there, you're certainly entitled to that position. I'm just telling you my experience. All these things are my experience, not anybody else's, and you can side with me. You can side against me. I mean, that's your preference. I know a lot of guys that I serve with that love their experience. I wasn't one of them. So anyway, Veterans Day, I think it's nice that they're remembered, and certainly there's lots of them that have given their lives and will forever have a missing limb. And people say, would you do it again? I'm actually, there's a little part of me that I'm glad that I went to Vietnam to experience it, because up to this point, I always thought that we always were the champion and heroes and did all the right things. And I realized that, we have warts too. We have flaws. We don't make great decisions. And, I'm not sure war should be the last thing we, get ourselves involved in. And I still believe that to this day. So in any event, I hope that, if you want to reach me and scream at me and yell at me at how terrible I am. I've heard it before, so do what you do. Anyway, if you want to reach me, tell me, you like what I had to say or you didn't like what I had to say. I'm open to both sides, and I'll share the ones. But start doing name calling or something like that, you'll find that won't last very long with me. But if you just have a logical argument of what you feel, and I'll give you my counter argument, and we can have a nice discussion about it, that would certainly be okay with me. And anyway, we're here to try to get lots of people, and lots of people have different opinions about different things, and that's the way it was. I want this site to be able to have an open dialogue, but as soon as it gets, nasty or name calling, or you don't know what the hell you're talking about, or no, everybody has entitled to their own opinion. That's the way I see it, even if it's 100% contrary to what I think. I hate the fact that there's boys that are dying every day, and I hate the fact that there are people coming back with both visible and invisible wounds, and I wish there was something I could say or do to change that, and obviously I can't. So I voiced my displeasure at my site that I pay for. So anyway, you're welcome to call and criticize or do whatever you want to do. But anyway, we're here for gathering lots of people with lots of different ideas, because I think that's the way things will get solved, when we start to hear all the different sides and get everybody together talking about it. But anyway, happy Veterans Day to those veterans who are coming back or have served and who need that encouragement. This is a site for PTSD people, and if you feel like you need to talk, come here, and we're here to support and listen. Anyway, it's good talking with you. I love you all.